we drew a sentence na national service in command about different things. So wherever there are opportunities, there are challenges, there are opportunities, and that's what excites me. 1,000 people. Or more. Omudin that's a womb. School out free buy need accreditation with the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. We are taking your name out. That's also another few thousands of Ghana citizens. Thousands of numbers. And see, national service, and yes, say no, and say systems in how to prevent fraud. Systems in how nothing beyond the penny for Mudi anymore. When it's what they saying, you know. So if you lead with integrity, there will be no issues. Well, there magic ghost names and everyone. I'm coming to adhere to the regulations of the National Service Authority.
The projects that you mentioned say enuna odi weni basis to innovative projects, you know. Apart from farming, dear hina me fan say be very prominent.
I've mentioned that we're getting to
the street lights,
yes,
public lighting.
Yes, of course, and then also entrepreneurship for what I mentioned, our fast food area.
Okay,
we can manage
the juice here.
Yes, of course, and we can manage kitchens for public corporations and all that. Okay. So at your place today, here at Angel Broadcasting, if you're having party, we'll create a path that it will be cheaper to buy pastries for us than to go and buy it from a certain hotel or something. We will deliver at international quality and standards because these people are people who have just come out from school.
Okay.
If you task them and with the right leadership, they will do it.
Okay.
And that will also serve as a training grounds for them for their own businesses a year or two later. And we need people, we need the quality and then the dedication of the leadership that will make sure these things happen. Okay. I haven't signed to change my chairs or the carpet or fix anything. I have rather gone ahead to tell the architects and other people that, you know, we need a new edifice that will befit the status of many of the best hotels in town. So that the people working there feel good about themselves. If you are into bakery, you have some of the nicest machines that any baker will use anywhere. If you are working in a kitchen, it shouldn't be so warm that you get so hot and you begin to detest working in the environment. The world has changed. We are in 2025. We should think and act in a manner that let Ghanaians feel that the people who are working in hotels in Paris are no different from them in Accra.
Okay. If you look back into time, when did you occupy that current office and for how long? And when do you want to move out from Osajech Nawoye? Because it doesn't befit.
Oh, you know what? That's what I'm saying that sir, Abai Emami Krata 23rd of January. And I could take you over 24th, which was a Friday. Monday na me be Jumano. Na me many architects no the contractor discussed it. Until we could draw hands and me drew honum.
Okay.
Me drew no man measured that. And she said they make what you say. I'm a man in a hurry. Because and no dear any idea any year thing. Into my starting APSA, GCB, any all our partners, somebody can buy me and cash say, all right, more so better say no be I'm saying no. Most of my service persons were in chain.
Okay.
So as space I ever create a quantum puma can't so and I do a rear and no pattern beer. I then a moment buying 9 new kitchen new machines for our service persons.
Okay.
I'm some acquire more product, more product. Almost no problem, Niho. And the see idea may train partner architects no.
Okay.
So more band temoa opening a different kitchen that will fit in the status of some of the best fast food areas in the malls, in the hotels. That I have pictures of it here that I can release.
The designs.
Yes.
Okay.
That I'll put out and everything. Because it's a low-hanging fruit. It's something that we can do.
All right.
Several other proposals have come forward. I don't need to sit down on meetings for weeks. Oh, any outro for one year make call until then come cover Friday. No
meetings.
No. Yeah, can you see a bit to me immediately in Mr. Muma?
Okay.
Because apart from Kakrana, your word Jumamua, Juma buying your can. Your fast and be brave of fear. Or sorry, or too damning, or no mataya. Opening social Sabra Bono. Near the Dini Public Accuracy. Oshe, Ubia, and wedding fear, do you know? And do you know? Oman a bear said, another 10 years. That's when you're Juma and now when you're training. Sabi, or couldn't penny for you so. A day na abrabo
Okay.
So these are things that concern my mind right from the scratch.
Okay.
And I have been lucky. I know this country so thoroughly. I know every nook and cranny of this country. I know if the opportunities for people to work, they would work.
Okay.
So we're not going to limit it to only national service persons. If there are people who are in towns everywhere in the country and our farms are near, we will let them come and support us. That will grow food and then bring it to the markets, and we'll pay them some form of allowances for a year, and then transition them into their own farms. Because having known that national service is growing plantain, and then they are bringing it to the market to sell, I can also have my own farm that can grow plantain.
Okay. That's a good one there. Your name is Mr. Felix Gyamfi, or Acting Director General for National Service Authority in Edin Komo. Now, boss, Ranti ni bebre tifi. Abranti BC will real school or tifi why National Service. But 4 years in the onye jume biya anya obeti masa yebium.
Oh, aban sika semne ni shishe ma sa kwan. Na embremo National Service obeti mi na afi ba. We are Sabi Abranti bi anke man opportunity say onya training with any of the projects American was in KP and can know any query and also know any farmer. We are going to spell out clear policies and regulations where people like him would benefit.
Okay.
So you bet me as I say, and now with me see book akra unko be umwa. Go on getting be umwa. Yeah, bet me you need through your partners I know your portrait side of the foundation. I know more judgment is saying more. You know man ko nibi. Na amount
more national service for no be man ko get no.
Yes. Because the MasterCard Foundation provided 1.5 million out of the 3.5 million they give this year to anchor farmers in the name of national service to go into poultry farming. Now, the objective of the project was that people in themselves, the youth in themselves, would transition to become their own poultry farmers.
Right.
A country importing over $200 million of chicken, and with the youth unemployment rates of about 14%, cannot be said to be importing this number of chicken.
Okay.
Whereas we have the people, so why can't we transition these people? So people like that can reach out to us. And there are others doing it already. They can come for training. We'll recruit them. That's what I'm saying, that this year, the orientation that we'll give to people who want to go to the agri fields will be different from those that will go into other sectors of the economy.
Right.
This is targeted. This should be a deliverable. This should be clear that when you are coming to join us in our project sites, especially in the farms, we're going to transition you to a livable income.
Yeah. A lot of the things are what can be very practicable. You better say, yes, you know, better what you know what you mean. But my biggest challenge here, nipa we school we ni share our year. You man na ketu ya so ntam mantem. Be a 6 months, 5 months. Na national service complaining. How are you going to address that?
Opening and no say, when it's to form kakra. I think for the first time in so many years, in over 8 years, Iran, John Mahama, Mampenia or Sia Oyo. Eya DBA at the NGN Sabe, and we can't buy all national service for them. But by and people see, you know what, Felix, national service for into Moka. Now you're campaigning in our Sobitia. 10 hours. A national service for more national service for market. I don't know market you are saying delay. Into Munshi Munamonfa, the actual people I see to Mokanum Famra, some of the bar, opening Sabe, because na or Kanekwa. Last Thursday, any of the figures no, a comma the finance minister. Sabi me no kasi ujina na nice wa who figures na eno sign eno se controlling accountant general. Me drew na controlling accountant general a release letter. I say umuntua backlog a binding national service card from August, September, October, November, December, and January.
Wow.
Inti enra na bobe se no me ensano na omwa abandi omuka national service mu nyina yetua na meka ededa Emampeni John Mahama ase ene yera ato forsen ene ye minister honorable George Payado ya sedakase ene srenya menhira mum some cause yenisa, na some cause yenisa dia. A dear Ghana youth for be yedia so many munyamno. Omo sebe be promonti asene so.
Right.
From a neko en sida at least mampeni jo mahama ti akonwa so anya meti ase en sida say bosomi beso na national service allowance but no akra on ti ase because unim kwan sebe you post to free had the cost sandema now to sandema o ma men o papa ni honum na se wo ye adwuma na se bosomi akatua kakra na e ba no so maya unim or your parents, or your ja, when you quite sa a date, sa much than bro. And say why your Juma National Service to see come by any day. Soon as you trip.
Okay. One thing Andra from your press conference and never pass over 2 more in Chineka Crane say, Obi Aba National Service, I be a program be koso, a good pano a jai. Now corruption in near be bring koso. How are you going to ensure say agree public lighting system, juice, kitchen, ya mo pesa mo ye se unni hwa obi beba o me cancel and o me stop it na afi wasan ye niema basa bi foforo.
Oh no the opening Mr. Reka nipa suban ne character say ye de ba be ye
yeah
obi e ba be hunu mfa so ade be bre o man mu ni nyina
sa
o bana so man nti o man ho do o man ho adwin na obesi so dia esa wo ye de o man here me buy euro says be machine impreno many initial or wonderful ideas so be implementation na anya den anko yi
okay
men can da say honorable says be adwuma na obeto ye nam say onu na ye nti me ba be twa so and yes be na me krampo minim nyansa sika ya pa ye de adwuma yi I de babe adwuma on sebe o sensan krata na to
oh good
me so me ba be sign bi ato honom astatia ye ho adwuma obi ba mechia me expect say me ye honorable says be de ono so be ne sa implementation of the project no anko yi se de na mo pe na ne mo aka so mo hwe mo chia mo so I think ye ni say anka be boa ye ni say anka be boa but asrewa o tile ba no yi na ni ato nchen nti no enya ade a me makwan amasa de nesi bi
okay
so me ko meeting na say eni hu hia se me ko bi na say opani say ya ba ya nkasa say o mampani man akwanya ye de ba national service on the 23rd
yes
of January say ni papa tenase ne die enye possible ye
o jan tenase
dabi opani because o tenase enye ye ensem na ye beto ne say more thing efa the kind ghost names on and delayed allowance
right
omo ma ye adwuma abosom mi num ebi ho ansia o makatu amae ansana your payments omo payments and nsem ho asafra no about projects national service ho na nye akatua editua service persons and kwa anamo pe NSS nsan wo projects ofa omamuni nyina different mea no wo project ho nso
and so be okay
na no so ba no ho asem no de enyam pi kra ewo abonte mama mfonte na ho so ya de ya asefem
okay
and also na see hwem ye meetings because I fear a woman say per se ye fu na your project and so to bre na dru but you need plans bia ho ya meto nhye bia wo ho no mo
a project
ebe ma ka say we buy na no so say ye kwakoye nursery for our tomato projects that we're expecting to do this year
okay
internet so transit empenifo ano ni adwuma fo na hwe kwan a ye be fa so say ye ba be si match mu no pensu ni unity a ye be ready for farming ni nyina ho nsem ho na ye say o transit so ba adwuma no nso na wapomo bi a anajodu baako because one yen say sabi enye
baby ananka me be kokra na was starting free no yeah national service and so the national service original act of the 1980 no niam mo stipulating e ultimu say ye mpanyfo no sabi sabre no nyansa o mode troye sectors also mo call agriculture number 1 no mo call local government community development o share act na state military nyina na omode omo but say national service acquire ya school ya post to obi timi ko ba bi na hwe ni ho
obeye
okoye by ya post no one important question what about agric so aduane ho short wo Ghana but your labor force are over 100,000 people are be free school abano. Now a come a day. One of the projects our person agric and is it possible to do a national service farm?
I've been I'm a lucky person.
Okay.
Me too, because me medical juma or national service. I fear you remember if you do no. Me beto yera Vincent Kwagbeno.
Oh, okay.
But now the sin and so pa ne kwayo.
Okay.
Me bebre. Into your call Branham. Your call Ejura.
Okay.
Abosiakuta. Your call Cherekon. Into na Satana ne juma ne man hoso.
Okay.
Sabi ufi Antoatana NDC free abayimu.
Okay.
Machines to toy any as I see GGG 200 ne plants and I see a call other regions na Canadian no. Sabi a Diego and Oba in penny form was to see a normal hand over to us no. A year I green say almost be there, but it drew say implementation stage no. Na kwa basa.
Okay.
Na some kasa me see I can see I say me we they be an nipa nyimini.
Okay.
Inti me pese omo mama boso me kakra. Na mo yen santrofo e die. Mo amu be hu de besi.
Right.
We will go we would expand our maize farms. Me buy no. Omo a ese me no mo ye adwuma ye nhye ho. Within a matter of days na power professors more University of Ghana Great Department so mo ko ba bi a be yimfo no. And then na so mo de omo call no. Almost findings and then the way forward mommy almost say me mom Tuesday I'm saying no a Tuesday you're too far into the weekend Saturday Sunday
okay
almost famra na yen discuss na fe hu mako Ghana hajuma ku super nchen say open ye mama national service idea mesro ye anyi musika kra mo so mo my machines ye fan simple me ye nonsense wow certain numero enti enye sabi book asema me ba be tro ananse ye kwakoye meetings theories near there no practical na mo my America kra info ide mo be komo no mo gina kire mo hu akire na secondary schools you're so well positioned omo won say omo teachers omo great departments enti sabi the any secondary schools ne ba be no mo be ma nipa benya gidie we mu se Ghana mabu no ho ampa na Ghana mabu no ho a eni se kom eden eni se aduane bo ye den eni se kosua bo edru se de be a se bi kosua kwa no nya bi ntoni
endi
na eno ho asam ne de mo be hu enye ano na be den ye de be kan
nti enche Ghana for be hu se national service personnel no omo ye ekua adwuma
yes
ado ebro wabo ebro so omo be do ebro a ye be hu
yes
ama ye di bi ni hu se national service farm ni
obi ani ho a hu adwuma e be ya na dwene mo be no there will be doubt there will be
when you assassin na wie
me ne o ka say ye ne ahemfo mu akasa
right
and ansase ani e doso de da no nyina da so ho no
okay
yakwa kwaje about 20,000 acres e wo kumawu a aban free so ne mpenefo mu free so no mu ye adwuma ho de da sa asase ne da ho no na ye mpese be buoni pa no bebre wo fa akwa
okay
e so mu fa ka akwa adwuma enti no adenti na yemfa bin ko adwura adenti yemfa bin ko Branham e ho de nim de da yemfa bin ko Cherekon yemfa bin ko Abosiakuta ansana other new areas ayeko me no ka say regional directors me buy good in the first few days no ka say mon pensase na say dey adwuma ye ba be ye no e brainy ho so far almost so many versus suggestions about say you bet me we you bet me akwa
okay
and regional national service regional directors say omo nya akwadofo omo de hia so mo fanya adwuma opening one kasa ho beduru and enya adwuma e say ye ba be bo national service wo be brede o ma ho den eko bro sabe fufu ana kwaye no ye the machines and about be adwuma
okay
sabe panin na me person me boni things here because we will sign an agreement sen kanya saade anka me boni din a obehu say the American
possible
yeah cry we
okay
because Felix we need that so pa and I say anything with the national service and I'm saying me per se all secondary schools when we are starting with about 80 this year would have poultry farms and now abrante wa kwame ne adwuma say you know what abina etwemono eto greenhouses edema adwuma kubi
okay
so mo fanya adwuma greenhouses ni nyina ya den egu ho ntin ade ya NSS set up poultry farms in the schools and set up greenhouse just beside you do vegetables.
The 80 selected secondary schools.
80 selected secondary schools.
Okay.
You do vegetables.
Okay.
Now, ne can me who say school no agric department. Na ebia nipa be say 100 no agric department. Ebia nipa ne mudu. Ebia na otwe bia mo be ko ebia baako.
Yeah.
Either some kwa pra ho mo den nsuo kwa gugu eni so. Eno wo ye no be say 1 hour. Ofri ho anu aye den. Baako akotena dem akwa kohyia wade.
Right.
Said de be ya obi hu say akuayo ana say so your poultry farmer no and no so a juma sebe which me dia to ho so a we school a obeye.
Okay.
See it me yes na national service na ye na dimu because aban nyuma e fa nipa momo ye adwuma no ye nyina ye ntimi nye den enko ho
sir
and no dan many abranti bi share na oba no ne ni nua bye na inkumti ye din komo kura wi inkum den me busan say ana we national service on dem ye wo animal research no say and she say, oh yeah, there must be a poultry farmer.
Wow.
There must be a poultry farmer 9 years because the National Service for Animal Research.
Animal research.
She said, if you start the people well, so only almost 30 years, you'll be surprised about the outcome.
Okay. And see, Ghana for way practicals, yeah, na theory na Dawson. Papa Felix Gyamfi say, National Service no more man of bread. Na on free so no. You be who see a young kasa you to no produce aduane a enkoye see at the office na yesoma omokwa. Secondly, another important thing so amount for campa is as enkra no beba national service no, a lot of them be free mu no na on share den sua bibia on share den nya sa spirit and nke so on meye nationalism no en share den ni omomuntin ke mfa omonko soja more no so mfa soja menim say no so ya de a because e act no military parts I consider
national service adwin ho over the years say oh you better na tembi na ya Chinese care wo ho no ebo nipa ne ho
okay
me ne pani ko share say o my machines in fanya adwuma no si no omo a ombeko mfumu nyina no ebia as part of the orientation 1 month bosume na ebia omonko for military training
okay
so they be omo be nya sa discipline omo de be ba be adwuma no
okay
nti afidi ya ne say Tembia ya orientation ya omo ya agric omo ya science omo ya social science and the humanities in Nabum.
Yes.
I feel the and say you be call colleges of agriculture differently. Near your more orientation differently. Na say okay ya agric na say agric na now person o ya ampa. A dream would be free school but different from obi or ya social science and humanities.
Okay.
Until right from the start you know. Ye mo be anya that was say uko kuayomu wo abrabo anase suban abrabo a opese obono ehun beba mfaso ama.
Okay.
Yes.
Na ohwe enkra na omo beya waka modie mo the will some person mo farming but a lot of them are people who don't want to work in that regard white collar jobs orientation be na mo beya man kra no secondary school and san tertiary hokra and san amaji atum say yebekwa akoye sa adwuma we
commercial agriculture here nipa bebre say omo nyina bekwa phone because machine na ye adwuma ne bebre.
Okay.
You drew baby a machine eba yebe machine you do baby say nipa ne ba yebe nipa ba. But what we are trying to create or what we are thinking about is the value chain.
Okay.
Sebe we kwani se kusua na upa so layers na omo to kusua na ma eden na between that so the value chain, there have to be marketers.
Okay.
There must be people who are looking at using it to add value.
Right.
So they know aton and bakery. We're going to establish that.
Okay.
Madam drew office. First they make office. Before I made drew office, no. Na smart architects did that. So on share your national service. Your fast food now man for top pie be brave.
Okay.
Because I have worked at national service. Now, baby, your shop, fast food shop, no. The potential is so great that I feel say, you me hokram boy. Esi nipa umbeko so that to quite
yes.
Watermelons go as a
mango, watermelon. Yeah.
Why don't we juice them and then establish a market for people that we can send these to? The people having parties and breakfast meetings in Accra know that once you arrive at the national service, you have a very cold gallon, 5-liter gallon of either
Mango
watermelon
juice
or
or-
mango juice or something.
Wow.
That is a market that we would have to establish so that people will be certain in their minds that after having left national service, this is a pathway in life. If you know how much juice that we import in this country, there is no way that a Ghanaian who has done food science or beverages will not get into fruit juice production.
Right.
So these are things that it should be so clear in everybody's mind that these are solid pathways in life that we must embark on. We cannot all work in the office. This year, my agenda is that we will have 50% parity into the private and public sector postings, meaning that
For the first time?
yes,
Okay.